it was kind of in your blood to be in media with a mom running an advertising agency and a dad who was an entertainer, right?
Yeah.
So you had no choice to go into media of some sort.
I had no choice. I've basically been exposed to all the topics about media when it comes to TV broadcasting, when it comes to advertising, marketing, problems, relationships, drama, the great things, the bad things, the basically the Oscars of the whole industry was my daily basis. And I was always very close with my mom, so very intrigued by everything that she was doing. So I like to say that actually I kind of stayed a professional athlete because business is athletics itself. So it's like you're running down the street and you're just waiting for that final line to cross it. But anyways, it gives you some kind of attitude where you just really need to push hard, and you basically learn that unless you train, which in business means that you try and go out of your comfort zone, you're never going to get it.
Slovakia is pretty advanced in technology and media. And, comparing it to the rest of Europe, there's a lot of opportunity there, is there not?
Yeah, it's true. It's actually, we have the whole branding of the country built around ideas. So we're a small country. We speak language that nobody else speaks. We don't have any wealth in the soil or anything. We just have like the humbleness and work attitude of our people. You'll find probably 90% of millennials that speak very good English, and maybe some German. Some speak Russian because that's another big market. So it's very, very if you have the bell curve of technological pick-uppers, we will be probably the first tail. So if there's something new, we will be trying it out as first.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm very proud, actually.
Yeah. And then,
so Divano was my planned baby. When I was in San Francisco, I was working for Stanford for an initiative that's called Persuasive Labs. And a lot of things that we were dealing with were researches around how consumer behavior are changing, what are the motivations, how are people exposed to media and how much it affects them in different groups. And one of the researches that have been done, we're doing a focus groups that were sitting in front of a television, second group sitting in front of television with a mobile phone in their hand. And when they were asked about the content from the TV, in 95%, they were the same level of quality of content that they were getting. So that kind of sparkled the idea that if I keep people in front of television during the advertising break, I can actually help the TV broadcasters to deliver higher viewership during the advertising break, which is the time to pay. Basically, that's how the TV industry works. And as you were saying at the beginning, I was born into media, so I'm kind of on the two sides. I'm still working with the dinosaur industry, and I still have love for it. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, when they die, I'm there with a second company.
feeding off the carcass of the dying dinosaur.
So basically, that's how you distribute your risk, right?
Right.
Yeah, so we have a kind of a partnership when they're talking to new clients as an advertising agency. They used to be part of Ogilvie chain. I always do the innovative part. So they tell me what kind of things they're looking for their clients, and I find technologies, or I find ways of how to use our technologies in order to satisfy the client. So we have an ongoing conversations about the points of marketing, which she understands much better. And I have the points about what new technologies are there, because I see them all around the world and on conferences like South by Southwest or Web Summit and all these other ones.
When you talk about companies like Divano, where you were, there from the onset, and again, your new company that I'm about to tell you about, do people sometimes doubt you? You're not only a woman, you're very young. And they're probably...
I'm not, actually. I'm really not.
Well, you look very young to
Okay,
me.
thanks.
And sometimes people look past you like, oh, there must be some other co-founder here. Surely it wasn't this woman alone, right? Does that ever happen to you?
Yeah, it happens a lot, and I like it.
You do?
Yeah,
Why?
I like it because it gives me advantage of the surprise moment, and it's just way how you just learn things. Okay, this is how it is. It is surprising that a blonde girl from Slovakia that's been playing golf is running two companies that are in tech. So it gives me time to actually get their attention. So it's just good. Okay, so when I say the Divano is my planned baby, YouFirst is an accidental one. I was running a few events in Slovakia, like startup weekends, where guys come for a hackathon of 1 weekend, 52 hours, and trying to build a business. And there were these three guys that were programming this algorithm, which is basically machine learning based on 100 years old research of human emotions, which is very important because emotions as such is a universal language. It doesn't change through gender, doesn't change through race or age. So basically, every smile all around the world means the same smile. Extremely important for the whole purpose of research. But they were doing it like, whatever, I'm just gonna play around with this algorithm. That they had no idea what to do with it. So we were like meeting on 2 week basis, we were talking and Then I found an investor, angel, and a CEO. And that's how we formed the company.
But you found your guys at a hackathon to build it, to build out
yes, they already had bits and pieces, but they were not good. Okay. I was thinking,
how did they make it good?
that?
What
Yeah.
did it take to make it good?
It obviously took money. So we needed an investment. We needed a lot of research. And the CEO has a PhD in applied psychology. And she's been working 5 years for Leo Barnett, which is another huge advertising agency. So she had the perfect skills to actually bring the pure line of code into a product. So that was 2 years of work, and then we spin it into YouFirst that we are launching in 7 days. Yeah,
I'm sure in your own internal meetings you've thrown out 100 ideas, and you have to stay focused on sometimes, right?
yeah.
Are there other ones that are popular ideas for using the technology?
Well, the most popular one is pre-testing of TV commercials. But that's a different story a little bit because you're taking the old school media content and you're testing it on digital platforms. It obviously has more bugs in it because the TV commercials is one of the most luxurious industry in the world when it comes to media, for sure. But we are trying to focus on influencers because we believe that influencers is still a jungle and it's transforming into an industry, and we want to be the first comers in pre-testing tools in this industry.
So people with a big internet following,
Yes.
you want them using the technology.
Yes. The thing is that the competition is growing rapidly. Everyone is fighting their ways up and basically trying to get as much subscribers as possible. But the end user, the viewer, only has a limited time that they can actually devote to watching YouTube videos. So they will be the ones to judge, like, who am I going to follow next?
So your focus on using the technology is online streaming more so than traditional TV commercials, anything like that.
We used to do that before, but we figured out that business is it lacks scalability. That's how it's pronounced. Lujza.
Yeah, you got it. How do you monetize it using the influencers to use your technology?
Okay, so the monetization comes in the marketing dollars. The reason why I said that influencers marketing is becoming an industry is because they have extremely high return on investment when it comes to collaborations of big brands with influencers. But the big brands, before they are willing to spend their money on a self-risen YouTube star or from a different platform influencer, they would really, 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 really make sure that the influencer will not damage their brand. And for such reasons, we are here to do these collaborations smooth.
See, I have kind of a slow brain here, Louisa, but I'm putting it together.
Yeah.
You just mitigated all their risk at putting their brand with a piece of content before it goes out.
Yes. So it doesn't really matter that you or me or anybody from the executive team doesn't understand why a YouTuber is actually being watched.
They just care that there's an audience there.
Yeah, but all you care about is that video where your brand is in will be as engaging as the other ones. So it will get those million hits.
Wow.
These are the exciting times when you're growing the team, you're, getting covered by media, and it's just like,
It's very exciting. And if you can have your technology read my wife's facial emotions before I come home, there's a market for that.
Yeah, that's hard.
I want to know what I'm walking into before I get there.
Yeah.
If you can tap into that, I'm in.
Yeah, we can do that the moment when she sees you. But when you don't have the immediate trigger, which the video is an immediate trigger.
I'm the trigger is what you're saying.
Yes, yes.
Okay. In this tech world in the U.S., people are starting to give you a follow. How can they find you on Twitter?
Well, you can find me on Twitter with my Twitter handle, which is Lujza Bubanova, and it's spelled like the wrongest way for anybody.
Spell that out for everybody. This
LUJZABUBANOVA. Okay, but YouFirst.AI hashtag, and I'll be probably tweeting about it a lot. So
there you go.